Good afternoon, everyone. Today we shall see lab program number 7, that is Dijkstra algorithm. Okay, from a given vertex in a weighted connected graph, find shortest paths to other vertices using Dijkstra algorithm. Okay. And as we know, we have to write the program in Java. So in this algorithm, what we are supposed to do is, so you already know the purpose of Dijkstra algorithm. It is used to find out the shortest path between one vertex to other vertices. Okay, if I say apply Dijkstra algorithm for this graph means, what it will do is it will find out the smallest distance between each and every vertices. That is, I want to find out the shortest distance from A to all the vertices. Okay, it is directly connected to B and D. So our algorithm has to find out the shortest distance between A to B, A to D, A to C, and A to E. So in the program, our output will be something like this. Okay, shortest distance is it will give us the distance. First, we have to enter the source node. Source node means from where you want to find out from which node you want to find out the shortest distance. I will give 4 or 3. If I give 4 as input, then it will list out the shortest distance between vertex 4 to vertex 1, vertex 4 to vertex 2, and vertex 4 to 3. You can verify here 4 to 1. Okay, vertex 4 means D, 4 to 1 is A. So shortest distance is not this direct path 7. It will go to B from B to A. So shortest distance is 5. So this is the output. 4 to 2. 4 is D, 2 is B, 4 to 2 is shortest distance is 2. So it has listed 2. 4 to 3. Okay, 4 to C. Shortest distance is this 5. Next 4 to 4, no loop. So it will be 0. It has to be 0. 4 to 5. 4 to 5 is E. Distance is 4. Is it clear? So this is the program. You have to see input for this program is nothing but this graph. So in exam, like once you finish writing the program, we'll give the graph. Okay, examiner will give you that graph. Okay, once this graph is given, source node you have to ask from which node. So you have to give source node as input. Once source node is given as input, here 4 we have given. You can also give 5, or whichever you want. It will list out the shortest distance between that source node to all other vertices in the graph. So that is the output. Input is nothing but your adjacency matrix. Output is nothing but this shortest distance between each and every vertices. So first we shall run this program. I will just show you the output of this program. First it will ask enter number of vertices. So number of vertices is 5. So matrix we have to enter. I will enter the matrix. And be careful when you are entering the matrix. At these places and all, don't make any mistakes. Just two-dimensional input array we are giving input. I have given the input matrix. Now it is asking enter source node. I will enter source node as 4. So we should get the same output as we got in the PPT. 4 to 1 distance is 5. 4 to 2 distance is 2. 4 to 3 distance is again 5. 4 to 4 0. 4 to 5 distance is 4. So we got the exact output of what we got in the PPT. Okay, same output we got. So program is correct. I will just explain the basics of this program. Major functions I will explain later. Main class, I have defined the main inside a class extra dkstrA. In the main function, we are calling two functions, read function and then solve dijkstra. Okay, these two functions we are calling from the main function. So you can understand in the read function what we are going to read. We are going to read matrix, cost matrix. We are going to read in the read function. Inside the read function, see, object has been created. Dij is a class inside which these two functions are defined. So to invoke those, we have created an object dk through which we are calling these two functions read and solve dijkstra. So read function, in almost all the program we have followed the similar logic. Inside main, we'll be calling read function and one like solve prim, solve Kruskal, those kind of function, and display function. Here display is also done inside this function itself. Display logic also we have written inside this solve dijkstra function itself. So there is no separate display function for this program. In read function, again we will be reading value of n. With the value of n, we will be reading two matrix, two-dimensional matrix, and we will store it in C. See, almost we are following the similar pattern. Okay, so there will be no less confusion for you people when you are when you are studying the program for lab exam. Read function, I will go to read function. Okay, read function. This is read function. It will ask enter number of vertices, s dot next int. Okay, integer value n you will read, and I am reserving c is equal to new n plus 1 n plus 1. This also I have explained. You people will reserve n plus 1 into n plus 1 space, not n. And then we will create one more array. VIS means visited. Say I will be calling visited array. Okay, in the program we'll be using it very often, visited array. And dist means distance array. So again, two arrays we have created, visited array and distance array. We have not initialized these two arrays with any values, which we'll be doing inside the program. Okay, so in read function, mainly we'll be reading the matrix. Enter the cost matrix. Two for loops we need two for loops. Okay, I is equal to 1 to n, j is equal to 1 to n. C of ij is equal to s dot next int. We'll be reading integer elements into this array one by one. Okay, since these things are repeated in all the programs, and if I see anyone making mistakes in this small, like in these basics part of the program, see, definitely you will not get any help from my side. Okay, if you make any mistakes at these places, which is repeated in almost all the programs. In the exam, if you make any mistakes at these points of the program, okay, it is not acceptable. I'm telling you now only, because these are C-level things. From first semester, you are studying these things, reading matrix elements into the matrix one by one, all these things. Okay, here j less than or equal to, instead of that, if you just write j less than n, see, you should know these things very clearly. If you are starting from 1 means it should be less than or equal to n. If you are starting with 0, then it should be n, less than n. Okay, never make mistakes at this part of the program. Okay, no one will help you. No one will never help you if you make mistakes at these basic things. So read elements into the matrix. And one more message, as I said, you have to ask enter the source node. So enter the source node. source node, it is read into a variable called as src. So in this program, you should remember the three main arrays. One is C. C is a two-dimensional array which has got our cost matrix. Another one is visited array. Another one is distance array, and a variable source. Okay. Inside variable source, what will be stored? The source element, the node from where we want to find out the shortest distance to all other vertices. That is source. If I take similar example, source value will be 4. Solved, and then once you read the elements, we'll call this function solve Dijkstra. Is it clear? Solve Dijkstra I will explain in detail. This is read function. In the main, we'll call first read function and then solve Dijkstra function. So this is read function where you'll be reading elements into a array C cost matrix, and we have initialized one visitor array and distance array. Okay, in the src variable, our source node will be read. Okay, is it clear? Now I will start explaining this function solve Dijkstra. What happens inside this function, I will explain in detail. I hope like basic you have understood. Okay, let me go to the function solve Dijkstra. Okay, for our understanding, I have taken a simple graph. For this graph, we shall trace the output. Source, let me give source node as 3. Okay, for this graph, if I give source as 3, then shortest distance, 3 is nothing but vertex C. C to D is 2. C to A is 7. Okay, C to 1 is 7. C to 2 is 8. 3 to 3 is 0. 3 to 4 is 2. So this is the adjacency matrix for this given graph. So with respect to this graph, we shall trace the program. See, today I will be tracing two graph, okay, for this particular code. Because if you trace it again and again, easily you will understand and you will never forget the program. At least you should remember the program flow, okay? What should be there in the first part of the program, second part of the logic. If you just remember that much, it's enough. For that reason, I will trace the same program for two graphs. One is this graph and another graph I will take and I will trace it. So this is the adjacency matrix for this graph. Okay, for this graph, this is the adjacency matrix. And source, I will take it as 3. SRC is 3. And we are calling solve Dijkstra function. Cost matrix is read. This matrix value is stored in C. And source value is given 3. So read function is over. Now we will be calling solve Dijkstra function. That function is as follows. Okay, that entire function I have pasted here. So it is as follows. In that function, there is a for loop. In the beginning itself, for loop is there. This for loop will run from 1 to n times. And inside that for loop, we are storing a value to this array distance. So 4 vertices are there. This for loop will run 4 times. Each time it will store one value to this array distance. This distance we have initialized in the previous program function itself. So each time you call this for loop, it will store one value into this distance array. So what is that it is going to store? Okay, what is it? See, program this entire program depends on this one particular function. Okay, and in this function, what is the major mistake you will make is you will write ij, because that is the cost matrix. We are manipulating the matrix, means in your head always it will be there. I value will be row value and j value will be column value. So with that practice, you will write C of ij. But it is not C of ij, C of source comma j. Okay, observe here. See, you have to observe very carefully at this point itself, because this is what will be followed in the next part of the program. Okay, distance of j value is 1, distance of 1 is equal to C of source comma j. Source is what? Source is our value 3. Okay, source is nothing but 3. So what is that it is going to store in distance array? What will be stored in distance array? Okay, see the table. C of source comma j. Source value is 3, j value is 1. 3 comma 1. Okay, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2, 3 comma 3 and 3 comma 4. So these 4 values will be stored in this array distance. Is it clear? For loop will run 4 times. Each time what it will do is it will store the third row value. Third row because we have taken source node as 3. So third row values it will store in the array distance. That is, see, my task is to find out the shortest distance between the vertex 3 and all other vertices. That is 1, 2, 4. So we have to see the row number 3. Okay, I'm trying to see in the matrix whether 3 is connected to any of the vertices or not. Okay, so 3 is obviously connected to 2 vertices, 1 and 4. From the graph, we can see 3 is connected to 2 and 1 and 4. So I have taken these 4 values into the distance matrix. So distance matrix will be like this. Distance of 1 is equal to 7. Distance of 2 is equal to 999. Distance of 3 is equal to 0. Distance of 4 is equal to 2. So these 4 values we have taken into an array distance. Why we have taken? See, by seeing the array, I will easily come to know. First thing what I will do is I will pick the minimum value in this array. Okay, so minimum value is 2. That indicates that that is the shortest path between vertex 4 and 3. Okay, that is what the program will start like that. I will from my source node, I will see what is the minimum value in that row. Whichever is minimum value, I will start with that node. So distance array we have initialized with third row values. Distance of source is equal to 0. If there is loop, it will remove that loop. So distance of source is nothing but distance of 3 is equal to 0 will make. If loops are given, you can easily remove the loop like this. For that reason, distance of source is equal to 0. We are initializing visit array. Next, visit of source is equal to 1. So visit array also I have told the previous function. Visit and distance are two important arrays. Visit of source is equal to 1. Visit of source is equal to 1 means visit is an array which will keep track of visited nodes. I have 4 nodes. So visit of source is equal to 1 means already we are starting with this node. So I will make it as 1. This node is traced in the program. Similarly, these 3 nodes should become 1. Visit of 2 should be 1. Visit of 1 should be 1. Visit of 4 should be 1. Right now, only visit of 3 is equal to 1. Because we have already taken this node, we are starting, this is the source node. So visit of source is equal to 1 and count is equal to 1. Already why we are doing count as 1? Because among 4 nodes, 1 node is source itself. So count is equal to 1. If there are 4 nodes or 5 nodes, source we have to exclude. Count value, instead of keeping 0, we have initialized it to 1. Again, in the remaining programs, count value will start with 0. Here count we have started with 1. Okay, there is a difference. Why it is a difference you should remember. Okay, it varies with the program. And this is the important loop, while loop. While count not equal to 1. So this while loop will be executed 3 times until it becomes equal to 0, equal to n. Now minimum value I have initialized it to large value 999. Minimum is equal to 999. For int j is equal to 1 to n, this for loop will execute 4 times. So each time what for loop will do, this for loop each time what it will do is it will check among these four values which one is minimum value. So for loop will run 4 times for these four values, and each time it will check, it will go on checking among these four values which one is the least value, minimum value. Whichever is minimum, that it will take. So visit of 3 is equal to 1 and count is equal to 1. Now we will start with this for loop. Okay, distance of 1 for loop j value is 1, less than minimum. Obviously 7 is less than 999, and visit of 1 not equal to 1. Okay, only visit of 3 is 1, visit of 1 is not equal to 1. So minimum distance is 7. It will initialize minimum to 7. Next, j value will be 2. 999 is there, so it will not enter here. And 3 value, visit of 3 is 1, so it will not check this value also. Next, we will come to 4 or 2. J value is 4. Minimum value right now is 7. It will compare with 2. So yes, 2 is less than 7, and visit of 4 is not equal to 1. Next, what? Minimum is equal to 2. Okay, among these four values, minimum value is 2. When value is 2, what is the j value? J value is 4. Okay, u is equal to j. J value is 4, u is equal to 4. So for loop will come out of the for loop. When you come out of the for loop, see, obviously among these four vertices, I have to pick fourth vertex because its distance is less. Okay, cost is 2. So what you can assume, we have visited the vertex 4. From vertex 3, we have visited vertex 4. That value is present in u. So visit of u is equal to 1. And so visit of 4 is equal to 1. Count is equal to 2. So 2 vertices are over. We have found out the distance between 3 to 1 vertex. Okay, 3 to 3 is 0. 3 to another vertex. So count has become 2. 2 vertices we have solved. 3 to 4 is over. Now we have to find out 3 to 2 and 3 to 1. So Dijkstra algorithm, how it works is, now I found out from 3, I can reach 4 with least cost of 2. So Dijkstra, what it will do is, it will check from 4, is it can you reach any other vertices with the least distance? It will check starting from 4. Okay, now we got to visit of 4, we have visited 4, selected 4. So it will try to check from 4 whether we can reach what is the distance between 2 and 1. See, we know the direct distance between 3 to 1 and 3 to 2. It will try to check from 4, can you reach these two vertices with least cost. So that check is performed here. Okay, we will do that check here, this for loop. For int j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to n, j plus plus. Again, 4 times it will check. But this time, with respect to vertex 4, it will check. Okay, vertex 4. So this row value, it will compare. Okay, it will compare this row, these 4 values with the row 3 values. That is, if minimum, what is minimum? Minimum is 2. Minimum plus C of uj. Uj is, u is vertex 4, j is 1. C of 4 comma 1. Okay, minimum plus this value. Okay, 2 plus minimum. And distance of should be less than distance of j. Distance of j is 1. Okay, distance of j is 1, 7. So obviously 2 plus 999 is not less than 7. So it will not enter this if condition. When j is equal to 2, okay, when j is equal to 2, minimum value is 2, minimum plus u comma j, that is 4 comma 2, 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. Whether 8 is less than distance of 2, see, 8 is less than 999, yes, condition is true. So if that is true, distance of j is equal to minimum plus c of uj is nothing but 8. We got this 8 value. So distance of j, we will replace this distance of 2, instead of distance of 2 is equal to 999, we will write distance of 2 is equal to 8. See, in the graph you can observe from 3 to 2 there is no edge. Okay, so distance of 3 to 2 we have written 999, but from the algorithm now we are getting 8. It is go to 4 and 4 to 2. So we got distance of 2 is equal to 8. Okay, and then again it will check for 0 and 2 because visited this condition will fail. Visit of 3 not equal to 1, already 3 is equal to 1, visit of 4 is equal to 1, so this condition will fail. We'll come out of this for loop. Again we will start from beginning. Okay, we'll start from beginning. So in the first iteration we found out from 3 to 4 least cost we have found out, and 3 to 2 we were not having the path, but we got the path with distance 8. Okay, with the distance 8. Then second iteration. So distance matrix is updated now. Distance matrix is updated 7802. And visit count is updated. Visit of 3 is over. Visit of 4 is over. Now new count value is 2. Again, minimum is initialized to 999. So this for loop, what it will do? This for loop, what it will do is among these 3 values, which one is minimum, it will find out. So which one is minimum? 7 is minimum. So minimum is equal to 7 when j value is 1. That is u value is 1. Okay, minimum is equal to 7 when u value is 1. Visit of u is visit of 1 is equal to 1. So we have also visited vertex 1 with the distance 7. And count is equal to 3. So 3 vertices over. Okay, count plus plus. And then here we will check. That is from vertex 1. Okay, from vertex 1, we are trying to find out whether we can reach 2 with minimum distance or not. Okay, we are in 3. Now we have reached 1 with cost 7. So we will try to find out whether from 3 we can go to 2 via 1. Already we got one distance, that is 8. Whether this distance is less than that or not, we have to check. Which path you will take? You will take either 312 or 342. So which is the least distance? That will be checked here. If minimum plus C of uj, here u is 1, minimum is 7. 7 plus C of uj is, okay, this is already 1, will come here. 7 plus 5. 7 plus 5 is 12. Less than, see, 8. 12 is not less than 8. So this condition will not become true. Will come out. Okay. And count is 3. So count is 3 means what? What does that mean? Count is 3 means it is not equal to n. One more iteration it will take. Okay. So visit of 3 is over, visit of 4 is over, visit of 1 is over, count is 3. We'll come to this for loop. And in this for loop, see, this is over, and this is over. This condition will fail. Visit of 1 not equal to 1, this condition fails. Visit of only 2 is remaining. So minimum is equal to 2 when j value is 2. Okay. So visit of 2 is equal to 1, count plus plus. Visit of 2 is equal to 1, count plus plus. Count will become 4. So we will not enter this if condition itself because we have already visited all the vertices. 3, 2, 1 we have visited. We'll come out of this while loop. Once you come out of this while loop, we'll print this message system.out.println. The shortest distance is, okay, the shortest distance is for loop because 4 thing it has to print, that is 3 to 1, 3 to 2, 3 to 3. So it has to print the distance matrix itself. Finally, in the distance matrix, you will have the shortest distance from source to all other vertices. Okay, in the distance matrix itself, whatever value is there, it will be in the order from source 3 to all the vertices. So this for loop has to run 4 times. system.out.println source plus means first it will print source is nothing but 3, 3 to j is nothing but 1, 3 to 1 distance of 1. So message will be printed like this. Shortest distance is 3 to 1 is 7, 3 to 2 is 8, 3 to 3 is 0, 3 to 4 is 2. Is it clear? So this is a Dijkstra algorithm to find out the shortest distance between source and all other vertices. Okay. So same program I will trace for one more graph. Again, it will give you better picture. Okay. This is the graph. For this graph, node. From that source, we have to find out the shortest distance to all other vertices. Okay. Four to one. D to A, shortest distance is this path, 11. Okay, D to 1 is 11 you should get. D to 2, D to B is 4 to 2, that is 6. Okay, output you should get 6. Next, D to C, 4 to 3. 4 to 3, either you can come like this or you can go B to A to C. So if you come directly like this, cost will be 16. If you go 6 plus 5, 11 plus 3, 14. So it will be 14, 4 to 3. So it will select this path. Okay, it will go to A and then to C. So that is the path it will select. And you should get the output like this. And 4 to 4 is 0. So this is the output you should get if you select this source as 4. So distance, this is the graph. Source is 4. First, we will initialize the distance matrix. So this is the distance matrix. With what value it will be initialized with? C of source comma j. Source is nothing but 4 here. That is, these 4 values will be initialized to distance matrix. Okay, it will be distance of 1 is 999, distance of 2 is 6, distance of 3 is 999 again, and distance of 4 is 0. So these 4th row values will be initialized with to this distance matrix, and distance of source is 0. As I said, 4th value, anyhow loop, if loop is there, it will remove that loop. Visit of source is equal to 1, that is visit of 4 is equal to 1, and count is equal to 1 means already one vertex we have considered source vertex. So remaining count is 3. So this is the initialization part. Next, see, as you know, first part, while loop will enter, minimum is equal to 999, that you know, we will initialize. And this for loop, in the first run, what this for loop will do is, among these 3 values, anyhow, this last value is not considered, okay? Visit of 4 not equal to 1, this condition fails. So this last value is not considered. Among these 3 values, which one is minimum? It is very evident, like 6 is minimum among these 3 values. So minimum is equal to 6. When you get that minimum value, when j value is 2. Okay. So that is the minimum value. In these 4 elements, minimum value is 6. So to which vertex you will get that? J is equal to 2. That is from vertex 2. 4 to 2, you got the answer, cost, that is 6. So visit of 2 is equal to 1, count is equal to 2. So visit of 2 is 1. Next task is, you have to find out from 2, can you reach 1 and 3? Okay, you are starting with 4. From 2, what is the distance to 1? What is the distance to 3? That you need to find out. See, distance to 1 from 4, there is no distance, there is no link to 1 and 3. So I'm trying to find out from 2, can I reach 1 and 3? Because 999 is that. So for int j is equal to 1, j less than or equal to n, j plus plus, minimum is 6, minimum plus C of uj. U is now 2. We have to see the row value 2. Okay, row value 2. This row we are talking about. Minimum plus C of uj. C of uj is 2, 1. That is 6 plus 5, 11. Whether 11 is less than 999? Yes, true. 11 is less than 999. So update that. Distance of j is equal to 11. Distance of j is nothing but distance of 1 is equal to 11. Distance of 1 is equal to 11 means from 4 I can reach 1 with the distance 11. That we solved. Okay, next distance of 2 already a visit of 2 is equal to 1. This vertex will not check. We'll check for 3. Okay, j is equal to 3. When j is equal to 3, minimum is nothing but 6. 6 plus C of uj. C of 3 comma C of 2 comma 3. C of 2 comma 3 is 10. 10 plus 6, 16. Whether 16 is less than 999? Yes, 16 is less than 999. So update the distance. Distance of j is equal to distance of 3 is equal to 16. Have you understood? See, this distance, this distance array we are updating. Earlier distance of 1 was 999. We got the new value 11. Distance of 3 was also 999. Again, we got one more new value 16. Okay, from 4, 3 was not reachable, 1 was not reachable, but now from 2 we got the new distance, that is 11 and 16. Okay, 11 and 16. So this is the new value. Again, we'll go for next iteration. Count value has been updated. Distance array has been updated with new values. Distance of 1 is 11, distance of 2 is 16, distance of 2 is 6, 3 is 16. Again, start from here, initialize minimum to 999. This for loop, what it will do is, among these 3 values, so this is already visited, no need to worry about these 2 values. Among these 2 values, which one is minimum? So obviously, distance of 1 is minimum. Okay, visit of 4 is over, visit of 2 is over. Count is 2. Now, what is the minimum value you will get? Minimum is 11. Among 11 and 16, which one is minimum? 11. So, u is equal to 1. U is 1 means vertex 1, distance of vertex 1. From 4, we have solved to 2. Now, we have solved to 1. Visit of 1 is equal to 1. So, 2 is also over. So, we have visited this. We have visited this. We have started from here. So visit of 2 is 1, visit of 1 is equal to set to 1, count is 3. Next. See, I know the distance from 4 to 3 is 16, but I will try to find out, now I am in one more vertex 1, whether I can go to 3 from this vertex with least distance. That I am trying to find out. So this loop will try to find out. What is minimum value? Minimum is 11. Okay, minimum is 11. And we are in which vertex? We are in the vertex 1. Okay, we have reached vertex 1 from 4. Now I will try to find out from 1, can I reach 3 with least distance? Visit of 1 is over, visit of 2 is over, visit of 4 not needed. Okay, now I will try to find out whether I can reach 3 with least distance. Minimum plus C of uj. C of uj is 1, 3. Okay, 11 plus 3, 14. Less than distance of j. Distance of j is, again, j value is 3. J value is 3, 16. See, 11 plus 3, 14. Less than 16. Yes, this condition is true. If that condition is true, distance of j is equal to 14. Minimum plus C of uj. That is 11 plus 3 is 14. Distance of 3 is 14. we got the new distance value for vertex 3. Instead of 16, we got it as 14. So we have to update that value, and count is just 3. So these instructions will run one more time. Okay. We got a new distance 14. Okay. Visit of 4 is over. So this is over. Visit of 2 is over. This is over. Visit of 1 is over. So this is also over. Now only remaining is 14. So when you run, when you execute this instruction, minimum you will get minimum is equal to 14 when u is 3. So visit of u is equal to 1. Visit of u is 3. So we have visited third vertex also with the distance 14. Count is equal to 4. We'll come out of this while loop. See, in the last time, this loop will not be executed because this condition fails for all the values. We'll come out of the while loop and we'll start printing the shortest distance. Shortest distance is source. Source is nothing but 4. 4 to 1, 2, 3 it will print. It will print this distance array. That is 4 to 1 is 11, 4 to 2 is 6, 4 to 3 is 14, 4 to 4 is 0. Whatever value that is left in the distance array, that is the shortest distance from that source to all other vertices. Is it clear? If you want, we can just give this input to our program and we can check what is the output we are going to get. Okay, number of vertices is equal to 4. Cost matrix you have to enter 0, 5, 3. If you have not practiced these problems, you are in big trouble. Okay, in the end, you cannot learn each and every algorithms. The moment I finish discussing in the class, all of you should practice these programs. Enter a source node. I will enter source node as 4. So this is the output we got. That is 4 to 1 is 11, 4 to 2 is 6, 4 to 3 is 14. So this is the same output which we got here. Okay, 4 to 1, 11, 6, 14, 0. Is it clear? Again, a simple program. If you have understood the algorithm, program is very simple. Okay, again, basics of Java is used here to find out the shortest distance between the source node and all other vertices. Is it clear? Okay, all of you in assignment, you have to submit the source code. You have to submit the screenshot of the output. And this tracing, as I have done, you have to do the tracing for this graph. Okay, already you might have this graph picture. Everyone has to trace the program for this particular graph step by step. Take source node as 5. Okay, you have to do the tracing for source node as 5. This is the input. Source node should be 5. Take this as input and do the tracing, and in the Google Classroom upload the tracing part also. Output as well as tracing you upload it within 10 o'clock in the evening night. You upload source code as well as this tracing and output. Is it clear? All of you mark your attendance. Okay, this is about Dijkstra algorithm. I will stop here. So in the next lab, we shall see knapsack problem. And again, see, algorithm videos are there. All of you, whenever you have time, just go through the videos. Okay, go through the videos and practice the problems. In the end, it will be very difficult for you people. So now only practice the problems. Okay, thank you.